Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one's for you, Libra, for August 2021. Pretty good month ahead for you, especially towards the second half of the month. I think that's when you're going to feel most in the flow because your ruling planet Venus is coming back home to the sign of Libra in the middle of the month. And this month's Aquarius Full Moon on the 22nd is working really favorably for Libra and Libra rising people. So I would use the first part of August for some reflection and intention setting and plan to take some steps forward during the second half of the month. Now, this month's new moon is on August 8th. It's at 16 degrees of Leo. If you are a Libra rising person, heads up. Be sure to see if this moon falls within your granddaddy power period. There is a link up in the description of this video. This is a concept that Jan developed, and it's in her book, New Moon Astrology. There's a time of the year for everybody, and it's different. That is the most powerful time of the year for manifesting. So she gave it the clever nickname, the Granddaddy Power Period. You can call it whatever you want, but it's a good time to take note of, and especially whatever new moon falls within that time period is actually when the sun is passing through the 11th house. That's why it might be happening coming up for some Libra rising people. You don't have to do the math on this if you're not into it. You can just go to the free calculator on the website and check that out. However, I do encourage you to check out the paying memberships as well, because then you're going to get emailed the best times for new moon intentions. And that's the other part of what Jan talks about in her book, and how timing is kind of everything when it comes to astrology, and especially new moon intentions. And so all the proceeds to the memberships will go to support the website, which was Jan's vision, and I'm proud to be carrying that legacy forward. Now let's talk about this new moon a little bit more. All Libra people are going to be supported at this new moon, whether or not it's your granddaddy power period. Your intentions related to friendships, groups, community efforts, big picture dreams, and unconventional ideas will be particularly supported at this one. Now we've got Mercury, the planet of intellect and communication, in the sign of Leo between August 1st and the 10th. You can use these days to exchange ideas with others and participate in collaborative endeavors. On August 11th, Mercury will move into Virgo, and that's going to help you get centered and focus on your top priorities. These are going to be excellent days for working on your own and getting organized. The good news is that Mercury is moving direct all month, so it's a great time for new beginnings of any kind. And if you're planning important negotiations or communications, you may want to wait until August 29th. That's when Mercury moves into your sign, which is famous for being diplomatic and creating win-win situations. Now we have Venus entering your sign on August 16th. And so that makes the second part of August particularly good for attracting what you want. Venus is the planet of love and money, and really functions optimally when in the home sign of Libra. So if you were born September 23rd to October 11th of any year, or say you have from 0 to 17 degrees Libra rising, you're going to feel an extra boost from Venus this month. Do some networking and active work towards your goals during the end of August, because your efforts are really likely to pay off. Venus is awesome for helping us attract the people and the situations we want to come into our lives. Now we have Uranus, the planet of revolution, stationing retrograde on August the 19th, and this is going to initiate a cycle that's going to last until January 18th of next year. we don't feel the outer planets as directly in our day-to-day lives, the way we might feel Mercury retrograde or Venus retrograde. But we do feel them in the background, and I consider them kind of an environment. So you can think about the next few months when Uranus is in retrograde. It's going to be a favorable climate for your self-discovery. It's actually a time that's ripe for breakthroughs and psychological healing. You might be shedding some old habits, I should say, taking a new outlook that could help you approach intimate relationships in a more successful way. Now, whether you are attached or single, you can use the next few months to think about what patterns you'd like to release and how you would like to reinvent yourself in a positive way. It can be a very empowering time. You've got to take some time to yourself to consider what you really want. And you might have to try some things that you've never done before and let go of what feels familiar in order to best work with this energy of Uranus. Now, on August 22nd, the sun will enter Virgo, and this will encourage contemplation and taking charge of your time. You might feel a little more serious, I'd say, around this time and motivated as the month closes. A good time to kind of buckle down, make the most of these energies, and consider setting aside time to work on a personal project. Now, the full moon is also August 22nd. It's going to be at 29 degrees Aquarius, highlighting romance and creativity for you. It's kind of a fun one. If you were born on or around October 23rd, or if you have around 29 degrees Aquarius rising, you'll probably feel the most energized at this full moon. However, all Libras can benefit from the innovative energies available. It's a great time to bring some creative ideas to fruition and enjoy socializing with interesting new people. It'll probably be quite the socially active time for you at that full moon. So I hope you can make the most of August astrology. Be safe and be well, and I will see you here next time with your horoscope.